Welcome to Wine Road, the wine, when, and where of northern Sonoma County. I'm your host, Marcy Gordon, with Beth Costa, Executive Director of the Wine Road.
Thanks to Ron Rubin, we're able to keep our podcast rolling along. The financial support of River Road Family Vineyards and Winery allows us to keep recording, keep sipping wine, and keep sharing stories with our listeners. Check out their website at riverroadvineyards.com and explore their Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Old Vine Zinfandel from the Russian River Valley, as well as a finely crafted Cabernet Sauvignon from the Alexander Valley. That's riverroadvineyards.com. And hey, thanks, Ron, for allowing us to make this show happen.
Welcome to episode 192. Today our guest is Shane McAnelly, and he is the executive chef at the Dry Creek Kitchen in Healdsburg. Welcome, Shane. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you. So good to be here.
Yeah, it's exciting. So I know that you had quite a reputation in Healdsburg, and then somewhere along the line you moved and left us. You left us in the dust, and so now you're back in Healdsburg and at the Dry Creek Kitchen. That is super exciting. So what drew you back?
Oh man, I sometimes I think it just takes some perspective to really appreciate what you got, and we left for North Carolina for 2 years, and that was plenty of time to realize how much we missed Sonoma County.
And North Carolina is not shabby. That's a great, beautiful low country food and all the things that go on there. But you've got, I think it's hard once you leave California. California, it's in your blood. It calls you, and all the things you can do here. It can't compete.
And the community and just all the relationships with different farmers and purveyors that you build up over a career. It's easy to take for granted the bounty we have here, and going somewhere where produce, for example, was definitely not the same as California, and so it's being back and rekindling all those relationships I had with all the local farmers has been really great.
That's great.
So you're at the Dry Creek Kitchen, and I think this is their 20th anniversary this year for the restaurant.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, we it's got such a great history, and to be able to walk into this kitchen and be a part of this team and work with Chef, it's been awesome.
So I remember that opening, and it really was the restaurant that put Healdsburg as a foodie destination on the map. I mean, Charlie Palmer opening a restaurant right on the square in Healdsburg. It was a huge, big deal. It's super exciting.
Yeah, and I've known Charlie since I moved up here. I met him early on when we moved up here in 2011. So it's been we've had a relationship for some time. To be on the same team and working with him in the kitchen's pretty amazing.
I know we were talking about the fresh produce and things. I've had groups of journalists up here before for a little press trip, and we'll head over to the farmers market in Healdsburg on a Saturday, and you can see all the chefs. A lot of them have little not shopping, but like little wagons that they're pulling along through the farmers market, buying their produce. And the press are like, "Oh my gosh, they're like, these are chefs." I'm like, "Well, yes, they are. These are farmers, and these are chefs."
That's how it works.
That's how the farm to table idea.
Yeah. That's it's funny you say that. We started every couple weeks. I'm going to start taking the team out to a local farm. We went to Sonoma yesterday to Seven Moons Farm, which is a newer one that we are working with. It's Rebecca. I met her when she was growing produce for Preston.
Oh yeah.
But now she's down in Sonoma, and it's fun to get out there with the team and really see where your food comes from, and it inspires us to know what's going to be coming out of their ground and in coming weeks, so we can plan our menu accordingly. And it's just I really love that. Yeah, we were walking through. She's got hundreds of citrus trees, which is really cool. Like just different ones, grapefruit and tangelo and all these different types of mandarin oranges. And so seeing. They're all green right now, but getting that seed planted in our head for what we're going to be doing,
A winter citrus festival.
Tangelo. I've never even heard of tangelo.
Oh, tangelos are amazing.
Huh. Yeah. It's like it looks like a tangerine with like a little knot on the top of it. If I'm not wrong, I believe it's a cross of a tangerine and a pomelo.
It is.
Yeah.
I've never heard of pomelo.
That's like a
I need to get out more.
We need to have a little name that citrus with Beth.
Well. So at the restaurant, you're really working on whatever's fresh, and that's what's leading the way with menu changes. I'm assuming that's how things work.
Yeah, 100%. You know, we have try and change, you know, with cooking with whatever we got. You know, the ingredients are really dictating the menu. We've got some relationships with, you know, like we just did a class here at the restaurant, a duck class with Jim from Liberty Duck. He came up and we had a fun time on Saturday. So, you know, there's the protein staples, whether it be Painted Hills, who Charlie's got a relationship with, and Jim at Liberty. So, you know, some of the proteins will stay the same, but what we're serving those with and how we're cooking them are really dictated by the season.
What fun. So when you moved back, where did you settle in? Are you in Healdsburg? Are you in one of the surrounding towns? Or
it's kind of a funny story. We bought the house across the street from the house we left 2 years ago in Windsor.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, you know, a couple late nights I've almost gone into the wrong driveway, but yeah.
Oh my God, that's classic.
Well, no need to relearn anything.
Yeah.
It's like you're on autopilot.
Got the same neighbors, same park next to it for the kids. It's pretty great.
So since you left and you came back, you know, we always ask our guests, where do our listeners need to go when they come to visit? I mean, we are talking about wines all the time and the wineries they should visit, but what else do you think is, you know, what draws people to Sonoma County? What should they do?
One thing that I know I missed quite a bit was the coast, you know, getting out to Bodega Bay. I love I think we've been back for about 3 months now, and we've been out to the coast probably 6 or 7 times.
Oh my gosh.
Just getting out to like the Bodega Dunes and, you know, making a stop at Spud Point Crab Shack and getting some seafood. That's my go-to. Or
that's our go-to.
I know.
So that and then, you know, just some of the hiking trails. Like we live in Windsor, so we get out to Riverside quite a bit and just get out in nature.
Yeah, I like the Riverside Park. It's fairly flat. I've been to the Foothill Park and thought, well, I'm not going to live to tell about it. So the restaurant is sort of attached to or connected to the Hotel Healdsburg. So I'm assuming that it's open 7 days a week?
We do breakfast 7 days a week for the hotel, but the restaurant itself closes down Monday and Tuesday, so we're 5 nights.
Okay, 5 nights a week. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of, you know, who's open and when we're having guests, who can go where. Okay, so anything else that we need to know about the restaurant? Anything planned for the spring season or?
We're continuing we have a 3 Valley wine dinner, so every month we've been doing a different winery where we will do a 5 or 6 course menu featuring their wines, and it's not like your traditional wine dinner where you're going to have one seating. It kind of just acts as our tasting menu for the night. So
nice.
We've got I think we've got all of next year planned out. I know the first 6 months are on the books. We've done some pretty amazing ones so far. We've had Moritzen in here and Cirque and Aperture. But we're looking forward to some good ones next year. Lambert Bridge is pairing up with us on one of them, and I got a pretty good history with those guys.
And do the winemakers attend as well, or is this merely...
Yeah,
nice.
The winemaker will be in-house touching tables and pouring your wine for you, so you really
that really engages. That's nice.
Yeah, it's really fun, and it's more intimate because you're not, you know... We've all had winemaker dinners over the years where it's, you know, 50 guests in a room, and it's less personal. This one, you're getting the chef and the winemaker coming out and talking to you throughout the meal. So it's really fun.
That's awesome. So I'm going to assume that that's all on the website for the Dry Creek Kitchen and the schedule for that. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, it's super exciting that you came back. You did have a lot of fans, you know, when you left us from your other restaurant and moved. But North Carolina, see, what's nice is you learned then to appreciate here.
Yeah. It's every night, you know, like it's I think the biggest part, you know, we speak to the produce and the wines, but it's the community. Like every night, there's somebody in the dining room who's a friend, and you know, you build these relationships over years, and yeah, it's nice to kind of just walk back into it. It's like I never left.
Well, that's a testament to you too, that people are just looking to see you and happy you're here. So I think that goes both ways.
Absolutely. Well, I know that you're a busy guy, so we're going to let you go and we'll wrap up some other things. Is there anything else that you want to tell the listeners that they should be checking out at the restaurant, or?
No, just come see me. I'm really proud of what we're doing. I'm working with some great people here, and just happy to be back and deep in the community. So yeah, just come visit, say hello.
That's great.
We will.
Thank you for calling in, and I can't wait. I think maybe Marcy and I are going to have a little date night there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Thank you, Shane.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's time for our Fast Five. Who do we have on the line now?
Larry Willis at the Gables Wine Country Inn.
Hey, Larry.
Ooh, the Gables.
What's your recipe? What's your Fast Five?
It's called a cloud souffle, and it consists of 2 eggs, about 2 tablespoons of cheddar cheese, a tablespoon each of tomato and shallot, and a little splash of cream and or butter.
Okay.
Those all sound good
not
right
a lot
there.
of ingredients, but I don't know if I'm going to put that together and make a souffle. Let's hear how that works.
Okay, so first thing you do is let the eggs come to room temperature, because they're easy to separate then. So you separate the white from the yolk and put the yolks in a bowl. Then take the whites, put them in a mixer with a beater attachment and a little bit of salt, and whip those up. Then you take a ramekin, spray the inside with cooking spray and a little dusting of flour. It helps the souffle rise. And then I spoon about half of the egg white, the whipped egg white, into the ramekin, and then make an indentation in there is big enough to hold the egg yolks and the cheese. So first I'll one step I forgot is I saute the onions and shallot in a little bit of olive oil. And then I scoop those into the egg white, put the egg yolks on top of that. I top that with the cheddar cheese, and then a little splash of cream and or butter, and then top the whole thing off again with the remaining egg whites. And this recipe is really easy to double, triple, quadruple, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And put it in a 400-degree oven for 12 minutes.
Wow.
And then serve it with some really great toast. We make our own sourdough at the end. And
Nice.
yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Well, that did sound manageable.
And
it
it is.
sounded like I could do that. And
You
wouldn't
could.
people be impressed?
Well,
That sounds great.
Well, that's what you get for breakfast if you go to the Gables Inn.
It's
so.
probably one of our most photographed breakfasts.
I bet.
bet.
I bet it is.
I love it. Okay, I can't wait to try that. I'm inspired.
All right. Well, we'll put this recipe and all the ingredients and how to make it in the show notes.
Or maybe someday you just have to come to breakfast and we'll do it for you.
Well,
Better yet.
You're on. That's a date. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that was awesome to hear from Shane. I mean, the people, the community of Healdsburg really have always enjoyed his food, and so it's great that he came back. I did want to mention that we are just about to roll out our list of participating wineries for our February 10th event. It's called Wine Love Wine Trail, and it's just one day of wine tasting. It's $50 a person. It's super casual, no reservations. You can order your tickets online. You could even order tickets on that day, on February 10th. And the wineries that are participating will each pour 3 or 4 different wines for you. The list is online, wineroad.com. And we hope to have you join us. And then I keep wanting to mention this, and I forget, we do sometimes go and do things, Marcy and I. And so, I mean, at this point, it's been probably a month ago or so, last time we recorded. When we finished, we went to Lunchbox in Sebastopol.
That's right.
It was so good. And it's right on the whatever that is that Main Street? Is it Main Street?
That Main Street and Main Street.
Yeah, it's so clever the way they named that. So anyway, it's super casual. It's sort of a good burger joint. I had a fried chicken sandwich, so it was not, like a huge fancy lunch, but they had a nice little wine list. And when I go out to lunch, I want a glass of wine because I don't normally sit at my desk and have wine. So if I go out. So anyway, Lunchbox in Sebastopol, if you have to be shopping around there, that was fun.
Yeah, it's a really sweet little place.
And let's see, I think that's it. I wrote this down, but I don't know that it's newsworthy, but today is my puppy Teddy's first birthday. I think I'll put a picture.
Why isn't he on the show?
I'll put a picture of him on our Instagram page.
Bring Teddy in to tell us the lowdown at the Costa household.
Teddy, he still doesn't know how to manage his legs, but, we're getting there.
Oh, that's too funny.
Nothing else.
Family is so important to you.
I know. Exactly. I'm digging deep. I think that's it.
All right. We'll see you on the wine road.
Thank you.